The hum of the quantum teleportation device filled Jasper's lab, a symphony of whirs and clicks. Years of relentless research and countless experiments had led him to this moment. He stood before the control panel, his heart pounding in his chest. "This is it," he murmured to himself, barely able to contain his excitement. Taking a deep breath, he initiated the teleportation sequence. 3, 2, 1. A blinding flash of light enveloped him, and for a brief moment, he felt his body dissolve, scattering like stardust across the fabric of space and time. When the light faded, Jasper found himself lying on the ground, surrounded by a surreal landscape. Towering bioluminescent plants glowed softly in hues of blue and green, casting strange shadows that danced around him. He scrambled to his feet, disoriented and confused. "Where am I?" he whispered, his voice echoing in the alien atmosphere. As he reached for his communicator, a rustling sound made him freeze. He turned, his breath caught in his throat, as glowing eyes peered out from the dense foliage. Before him stood several tall, blue-skinned humanoids, their skin shimmering under the bioluminescent light. One of them stepped forward, a striking female with intricate patterns swirling across her skin. Jasper's heart raced. She seemed to study him with a mixture of curiosity and caution. Her melodic voice broke the silence as she spoke words he could not understand. "Okay, stay calm," Jasper muttered to himself, raising his hands in a gesture of peace. "I come in peace." To his astonishment, the woman's eyes lit up with recognition. She tapped a small device on her wrist, and suddenly, her words transformed into perfect English. "Fascinating," she breathed, circling him slowly. "I have never seen a species quite like you before. What manner of creature are you?" Jasper blinked in disbelief. "I'm a human from Earth," he stammered. "My name is Jasper. Could you please tell me where I am?" "Zorgan 9, she replied, her voice filled with a mix of wonder and excitement. "I am Ka, lead xenobiologist of the Zorgan Science Academy. And how is it that you came to be here?" The realization of his predicament crashed over Jasper like a wave. "I was working in my lab, and my teleporter must have malfunctioned," he admitted, his mind racing. "I'm not supposed to be here." Ka's eyes sparkled with intrigue. "You have mastered instantaneous matter transportation. That is remarkable." "Mastered is a strong word," Jasper replied, managing a small smile. "But I've made some progress." As Ka began speaking rapidly to her companions in a musical language Jasper couldn't comprehend, he felt a mixture of relief and anxiety. Would they see him as a threat? But the tall aliens nodded and retreated into the lush forest, leaving Jasper alone with Ka. She turned back to him, her expression filled with determination. "Come," she said, extending her hand. "You must tell me everything about this teleportation technology. In return, I can help you acclimate to our world until we can find a way to return you home." Jasper hesitated for a moment, but then took her hand. A strange warmth coursed through him, and he found himself captivated by her beauty and poise. "All right," he agreed, "that sounds good." As they walked, Jasper couldn't help but steal glances at Ka. Her skin shimmered with an ethereal glow, the patterns shifting and changing with every movement she made. "So," he said, trying to break the ice, "you're a xenobiologist. That's pretty cool. I'm a biologist too, focused on genetics and molecular biology." Ka's eyes sparkled with excitement. "How fascinating. Perhaps we could compare notes on our respective fields. I would be very interested in learning about Earth biology." "Definitely." Jasper grinned, feeling more at ease. "And I'd love to hear about Zorgan biology too. Like, how does your bioluminescence work? Is it chemical, bioelectricity, or a combination of both?" Ka explained excitedly, her passion infectious. "Actually, it's a combination of both. Our skin contains specialized organelles that..." As she spoke, Jasper found himself getting lost in the rhythm of her voice, the excitement in her words weaving a spell around him. Just then, Jasper's foot caught on a root, and he stumbled forward. Ka's reflexes were quick. She caught him around the waist, her strong arms steadying him. "Careful," she murmured, her face just inches from his. The close proximity sent a jolt of awareness through him, making his heart race. "Right, sorry about that," Jasper replied, trying to regain his composure. Ka stepped back, and Jasper thought he saw a faint flush on her cheeks, a deeper shade of blue that was intriguing and beautiful. "We should continue," she said briskly, shifting back into her professional demeanor. "The research facility isn't far now." As they resumed their journey, Jasper couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and nervousness. The forest was a marvel of bioluminescent wonders, but his thoughts kept drifting back to Ka. Who was she really? He couldn't shake the feeling that she was more than just a xenobiologist. There was a spark of something between them, an unspoken connection that intrigued him. After a short walk, they arrived at the research facility. It was a magnificent structure, crafted from gleaming crystal and living plants that seemed to blend seamlessly with the environment. Ka led him through winding corridors adorned with strange yet beautiful alien artifacts. "This will be your workspace while you're here," she explained, gesturing to a large laboratory filled with advanced technology. "I constructed my team to give you full access to our equipment and databases." "Wow, this is incredible," Jasper exclaimed, his eyes wide with awe. "Thank you, Ka. I don't know how to repay your kindness." Ka waved her hand dismissively. "No repayment is necessary. The opportunity to study a new species is payment enough." Her eyes twinkled mischievously. "Though, I do expect you to submit to a full physical examination." Jasper choked, momentarily speechless. "Oh, what?" Ka laughed, a musical sound that echoed in the lab, sending a shiver down his spine. "For science, of course. We must document your biology thoroughly." "Right, of course. For science," Jasper said, tugging at his collar, suddenly feeling warm. Over the next few days, Jasper immersed himself in his work, dividing his time between trying to repair his teleporter and exchanging knowledge with Ka. Their discussions blossomed into a natural rhythm, bouncing ideas off each other and delving into comparative xenobiology. Jasper found himself captivated not only by the alien world around him, but also by Ka. Her brilliant mind, her dry wit, and the way her eyes sparkled when she made a new discovery fascinated him. One evening, as they pored over some genetic sequencing data, Ka suddenly looked up at him with a serious expression. "Jasper," she said, her voice soft but intense, "there's something I've been wanting to ask you." His heart skipped a beat as he met her gaze, eager to hear her question. "What is it like to love?" she asked, her voice almost a whisper, filled with curiosity and vulnerability. Jasper blinked, taken aback by the unexpected question. "Love. It's complicated," he replied slowly, pondering the essence of such an emotion. "It can bring joy, pain, hope, and despair. It's a mix of everything." Ka nodded thoughtfully, absorbing his words. "Tell me more." As they continued talking deep into the night, Jasper realized this was just the beginning of an extraordinary adventure. Little did he know, their discussions would soon lead them into the heart of a conflict that would test not only their scientific understanding, but the very nature of love and connection between species. As dawn broke on Zorgon 9, the bioluminescent plants began to dim, transitioning from a vibrant glow to a gentle luminescence that complemented the soft light of the morning sun. Jasper, still feeling the effects of the previous night's introspection, had spent hours mulling over Ka's poignant question about love. What did it mean to connect with someone so fundamentally different from himself? The thought lingered in his mind as he prepared for another day in the alien research facility. He arrived at the lab early, excitement buzzing in his veins. Ka was already there, engrossed in a holographic display of data swirling before her like a mesmerizing dance of colors and shapes. The sight of her, so focused and intent, filled him with admiration. "Good morning," he greeted, stepping closer. Ka looked up, her striking blue skin shimmering under the soft light of the lab. A smile broke across her face, illuminating her features. "Good morning, Jasper. I've been analyzing the genetic sequences from your blood samples. It's truly fascinating how your biology differs from ours." Jasper leaned over to examine the data she was analyzing. Lines of genetic code filled the holographic display, twisting and turning as if alive. "What did you find?" he asked, intrigued. "Well," Carl began, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm, "your cells have a unique structure that allows for complex biochemical processes. I believe your adaptability is a key factor in human survival." "Adaptability?" Jasper repeated, feeling a swell of pride. "That's definitely a trait we pride ourselves on. Humans have faced countless challenges on Earth, and we've always found a way to overcome them." Carl nodded, her expression shifting to one of contemplation. "Yes, I can see that. But there's more. Your DNA shows signs of rapid evolution, indicating a remarkable capacity for change. This could explain how your species has thrived in such diverse environments." "That's impressive," Jasper replied, feeling a mix of pride and curiosity. "But what about you? How does Zorgan biology differ from mine?" Car's face lit up, and she began explaining the unique features of her species. "Zorgans have developed traits that allow us to thrive in the varying atmospheres and climates of our planet. Our skin's bioluminescence is not just for communication, but also serves as a defense mechanism. When threatened, we can emit bright colors to distract predators or signal distress." "Wow, that's incredible," Jasper said, genuinely fascinated. "So, it's a form of camouflage as well." "Exactly. And our ability to adapt to different environments is linked to our cellular structure. We have multiple organelles that can shift functions depending on the circumstances." As they delved deeper into their discussions about biology, Jasper noticed that Kaz's eyes sparkled with excitement whenever she spoke about her research. This enthusiasm drew him in, making him feel more connected to her than ever. "It's amazing how much we can learn from each other," he said, a smile creeping onto his face. Kaz's expression turned thoughtful. "I wish more species were open to sharing their knowledge. There is so much we could achieve together." As they continued their conversation, Jasper felt a growing bond between them, one that transcended their cultural differences. They were two explorers in a vast universe, eager to understand one another's worlds. However, their idyllic morning was soon interrupted by the sudden arrival of Car's colleagues, who entered the lab in a flurry of activity. Jasper recognized them from previous encounters, a mix of Zorgans, each displaying their unique bioluminescent patterns. They spoke in rapid, musical tones, exchanging information that Jasper couldn't quite grasp. "Jasper," Carl called, snapping him out of his thoughts. "We need your expertise. There's been an unexpected disturbance in the east sector of the research facility." "Disturbance? What kind of disturbance?" Jasper asked, his curiosity piqued. "Some of our sensors detected strange energy readings," Kyle explained, her expression serious. "It's unlike anything we've encountered before, and we need to investigate." Jasper's heart raced. This was an opportunity to explore, to dive deeper into the mysteries of Zorgan 9. "I'd be happy to help," he said, eager to contribute. Kar nodded, her eyes flashing with determination. "Let's gather the team and head out. We need to proceed carefully." The group moved swiftly, Kar leading the way with confidence. As they navigated through the corridors of the facility, Jasper marveled at the intricate designs that adorned the walls, patterns of swerving plants and glowing symbols that seemed to tell the story of Zorgan's rich history. As they exited the facility, the landscape of Zorgan 9 opened up before them, a mesmerizing blend of vibrant colors and strange flora. The air felt different outside, tinged with a mixture of sweetness and electric energy. Jasper took a deep breath, feeling invigorated by the alien atmosphere. They made their way toward the east sector, where the disturbance had been detected. Along the path, Jasper and Kar engaged in light conversation, their camaraderie growing with each step. "What do you think this energy reading could be?" Jasper asked, his mind racing with possibilities. I'm not sure, Kerr replied, her brow furrowing in concentration. It could be a natural phenomenon, or it could be something more artificial. What do you mean? Zorgon 9 has seen its share of advanced technologies, some of which we don't fully understand. It's possible that something from another civilization has come here. Jasper's heart skipped a beat at the thought. The idea of an ancient alien artifact or advanced technology hidden in the landscape was thrilling. That would be incredible. We could learn so much from it. Exactly, Kerr replied, her excitement evident. But we must remain cautious. Not all technology is benign. As they reached the east sector, Jasper felt a tingling sensation run down his spine. The atmosphere felt charged, almost alive. The trees around them swayed, as if whispering secrets to one another, and the ground pulsed with a low hum. Carl motioned for the team to stop as they neared a clearing. "What's that?" Jasper asked, pointing to a strange, glowing structure nestled between the trees. It appeared to be a massive crystalline formation, its surface shimmering with colors that shifted and changed as they approached. Kaz's eyes widened, and she took a step closer. "I've never seen anything like this before. It doesn't match any known structure on Zorgon 9. Jasper felt a surge of excitement. "Let's investigate." As they approached the crystalline formation, the air around them seemed to thrum with energy. Jasper could feel it resonating within him, pulling him closer. Carl raised her hand, and the team halted. "Wait," she said, her voice low. "We need to scan the area first. There may be unknown dangers." Jasper nodded, and they began setting up their equipment, monitoring the energy readings and analyzing the strange structure. As Carl worked, Jasper couldn't shake the feeling that this place held secrets waiting to be uncovered. Suddenly, a flash of light erupted from the crystal, and Jasper stumbled back, shielding his eyes. The light intensified, casting shadows that danced wildly around them. "What is happening?" he shouted, his heart racing. "Stand back," Ko called, her voice steady despite the chaos. Before they could react, the light enveloped them, and a wave of energy surged through the clearing, knocking Jasper off his feet. He landed hard on the ground, breathless and disoriented. As the brilliance faded, he blinked, trying to regain his bearings. When he opened his eyes, he was stunned by what he saw. The crystalline formation had transformed, revealing intricate symbols and patterns that glowed softly. "What just happened?" he gasped, scrambling to his feet. Ka stood beside him, her expression a mix of awe and concern. "I'm not sure," she admitted, "but I think we've just activated something." Jasper's heart raced at the prospect. Activated what? A communication device? A portal? "Maybe both," Kerr replied, studying the symbols. "We need to understand what this means." As they explored the newly revealed structure, Jasper felt a surge of determination. This was more than just a scientific discovery. It was a chance to bridge the gap between their worlds. With Ka by his side, he felt ready to face whatever mysteries Zorgon 9 had to offer. Together, they were not just two different species. They were pioneers, standing at the forefront of a new era of understanding and exploration. Little did they know, the secrets held within the glowing crystal would lead them to face challenges that would test their resolve and their bond. The journey had just begun, and Jasper was eager to see where it would lead them. Secrets of the crystal. As the team gathered around the transformed crystalline structure, the atmosphere was thick with anticipation. Jasper's heart raced at the prospect of uncovering the secrets that lay hidden within this extraordinary phenomenon. The glowing symbols on the crystal's surface pulsed softly, illuminating the faces of his companions with a spectral light. Ka stepped forward, her bioluminescent skin shimmering in sync with the crystal's glow, as she began to examine the symbols etched into its surface. "Look at these markings," she exclaimed, her voice vibrating with excitement. "They appear to be a form of writing. I wonder if they correspond to any known languages." Jasper leaned closer, squinting at the intricate designs. "It's beautiful," he said, mesmerized. "It looks like a mixture of geometric shapes and flowing lines." Carl nodded, her brow furrowed in concentration. Yes, and there's a certain rhythm to them, almost like music captured in visual form. I've seen similar patterns in ancient Zorgan scripts, but this is more intricate. It feels alive. As she ran her fingers along the symbols, Jasper noticed a faint warmth radiating from the crystal. It seemed to pulse in response to Car's touch, almost as if it recognized her presence. "What do you think it means?" he asked, unable to contain his curiosity. "I'm not sure yet," Car replied, her expression serious. "But if we can decipher the language, we might learn more about what this structure is and why it was hidden." The rest of the team had begun setting up their equipment, scanning the surrounding area for any changes in energy levels. Jasper joined them, his excitement mingling with a sense of urgency. He felt a strong need to contribute, to be part of this moment that could redefine their understanding of the universe. As they worked, Jasper couldn't shake the feeling that they were standing on the precipice of something monumental. This crystal wasn't merely a structure. It was a gateway to the unknown, a connection between their worlds that transcended time and space. The idea thrilled him, but it also filled him with trepidation. What if they uncovered something they weren't prepared for? After some time, Car turned to him, her face illuminated by the soft glow of the crystal. "Jasper, I need your help. I want to see if your technology can interface with the crystal." "Sure. What do you have in mind?" he replied, eager to assist. "I've noticed that the energy pulses seem to correspond with the rhythm of your heartbeat," she explained. "If we can synchronize your equipment with the crystal, we might be able to unlock its potential." Jasper felt a thrill run down his spine at her words. "That sounds incredible. Let's do it." He pulled out a small device from his backpack, his portable scanner, a gadget designed to analyze energy signatures and communicate with other tech. With Car guiding him, they set up the scanner to interface with the crystal, working in tandem to establish a connection. The other team members watched in anticipation, their eyes reflecting the crystal's glow. "Okay, I'm ready," Jasper said, glancing at Car for confirmation. "Let's begin," Car urged, her eyes filled with determination. As Jasper initiated the scan, a low hum resonated through the clearing. The symbols on the crystal brightened, illuminating the entire area in an otherworldly light. Jasper's heart raced as he felt the energy shift around them, a gentle wave washing over him. He focused on the readings, trying to decipher the information flooding his device. "Look," one of the researchers exclaimed, pointing at the crystal. The markings began to rearrange themselves, shifting and flowing like liquid light, revealing new patterns and symbols. "It's responding to your technology." "This is incredible," Cole murmured, her voice barely above a whisper as she leaned closer. "It's like it's alive, communicating with us." Jasper's fingers danced over the controls of his scanner, trying to interpret the changes. "It's almost like a dialogue," he said, excitement bubbling in his chest. "The crystal is reacting to our presence, to the energy we're emitting." Car's eyes sparkled with wonder as she watched the unfolding spectacle. "If we can decipher this dialogue, we might unlock the secrets of the crystal and what it represents." With renewed determination, they focused their efforts on the scanner, attempting to synchronize their readings with the rhythm of the glowing symbols. The hum in the air grew louder, vibrating through their bodies. Jasper could feel a connection forming, not just with the crystal, but with Car and the rest of the team, united in their quest for knowledge. Suddenly, the pulsing energy peaked, and the ground beneath them trembled. Jasper stumbled slightly, trying to maintain his balance as the intensity of the light increased. "What's happening?" he shouted over the noise. "It's responding too strongly. We need to," Car began, but before she could finish, a brilliant flash erupted from the crystal, engulfing them in blinding light. Jasper shielded his eyes, the world around him dissolving into a whirlwind of colors and sensations. For a moment, he felt weightless, suspended between reality and the unknown. Just as quickly as it began, the light receded, leaving the clearing silent and still. As he opened his eyes, Jasper looked around in confusion. The crystalline structure loomed before them, unchanged, but something felt different. The air was thick with energy, and he could sense a shift in the atmosphere. Ka was beside him, her eyes wide with astonishment. "What just happened?" she breathed, glancing at the crystal. Did we activate something?" Jasper's heart raced as he took in their surroundings. "I think we did, but I'm not sure what it means. It felt like we tapped into something ancient." Ka moved closer to the crystal, her eyes scanning the symbols that still glowed softly. "Look," she said, pointing. "Some of the markings have changed. They seem to be forming words, perhaps a message." Jasper stepped forward, captivated by the swirling symbols that danced before him. As he focused, the shapes began to coalesce into recognizable forms, a language that transcended their individual cultures. He could feel the rhythm pulsing beneath his skin, urging him to decipher its meaning. "It's like a song," Jasper whispered, his voice filled with wonder. "Each symbol represents a note, a part of a greater melody." Ka nodded, her expression thoughtful. "If we can understand the song, we may be able to unlock the crystal's true purpose." With renewed determination, they set to work, piecing together the message woven within the glowing symbols. As they collaborated, Jasper felt a deep connection with Ka, a bond forged through their shared passion for discovery and understanding. Hours passed in a blur of excitement and discovery, and soon they had deciphered enough to piece together a rudimentary translation. "It speaks of unity," Ka said, her voice a mixture of awe and reverence. "Of beings from different worlds coming together, sharing knowledge and experiences." Jasper's heart swelled with pride. "That's exactly what we're doing," he said, glancing at Ka. "We're bridging our worlds, learning from each other." Ka smiled, her bioluminescent patterns shimmering brightly. "And it seems we're part of something much larger than ourselves. This crystal, this is a beacon for collaboration across galaxies." Suddenly, the ground trembled again, interrupting their moment of reflection. The crystal pulsed with renewed energy, and the symbols shifted once more, revealing a new layer of complexity. "Look," Jasper shouted, his excitement bubbling over. "It's showing us a map." Before them, a holographic image unfolded, depicting Zorgon 9 and surrounding celestial bodies. The map pulsed with glowing points of light, each connected by luminous threads, forming a web that spanned across the galaxy. Ka gasped. "These points, they represent other civilizations. We're not alone in the universe." Jasper's mind raced. "This could lead us to other species. Imagine the possibilities: shared knowledge, new technologies, collaborative efforts to solve universal problems." Ka's eyes shone with enthusiasm. "We must follow this map. We have to share our findings with the Zorgon Science Academy." Jasper nodded, his heart racing with the thrill of adventure. "Yes, we need to gather everyone and present our discoveries." As they prepared to leave the clearing, Jasper glanced back at the crystalline structure. It was more than just a physical manifestation. It was a symbol of hope, a testament to the power of connection and understanding. Together, they ventured back to the research facility, a sense of purpose guiding their steps. The energy of the crystal pulsed within them, a reminder that their journey was just beginning. With Ka by his side, Jasper felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, fueled by the promise of discovery and the unbreakable bond between their worlds. A new dawn. As Jasper and Ka stepped into the research facility, the air hummed with a mixture of excitement and curiosity. Their colleagues, having heard whispers of the mysterious energy disturbance in the forest, gathered around, eyes wide with anticipation. The atmosphere felt charged, almost electric, and Jasper could sense the eagerness radiating from each member of the team. "What did you find?" Dr. Verena, the head of the Zorgon Science Academy, asked, stepping forward with a blend of authority and enthusiasm. Her keen gaze swept over them, eager for details. Jasper exchanged a glance with Ka, who nodded, urging him to take the lead. "We discovered an ancient crystalline structure deep in the forest," he began, his voice steady despite the racing of his heart. "It pulsated with energy, and when we connected my technology to it, it revealed a series of symbols that formed a map, a network of civilizations across the galaxy." A collective gasp echoed through the room, followed by a chorus of excited murmurs. Jasper felt a swell of pride at their reaction, but he also sensed the weight of the responsibility that lay ahead. This discovery could alter the course of their understanding of the universe and their place within it. Ka stepped forward, her bioluminescent patterns shimmering in the facility's artificial light. "The crystal seems to act as a beacon of unity," she elaborated, her voice imbued with a mix of reverence and excitement. It spoke of collaboration among different worlds, sharing knowledge and experiences. This isn't just about Zorgon 9. It's about all of us as part of a larger cosmic community. Dr. Verena's eyes sparkled with intrigue. "This is groundbreaking. A tangible link to other civilizations could mean countless opportunities for research and understanding. We must analyze the data you collected." "Yes," Jasper agreed, feeling a rush of adrenaline. "If we can decipher the map, we might find other intelligent species willing to engage with us. Imagine the advancements in science, technology, and culture that could arise from such collaborations." As the excitement swirled around the room, Kao's voice rose above the chatter. "But we must proceed with caution. We don't know who or what we might encounter out there. We have to be prepared for anything." Dr. Verena nodded, her expression serious. "Absolutely. We'll need a plan. We must gather our resources, set up protocols, and determine how best to approach any potential civilizations. Safety is our top priority." Jasper felt a surge of responsibility wash over him. "I can help with the technological aspects," he offered. "I'll work on enhancing our scanning devices to ensure we can communicate effectively and safely with any other species we may find." "Good idea," Kay added. "And I'll lead a team to analyze the symbols and energy patterns from the crystal. We need to understand exactly what we're dealing with before we make contact." The team quickly organized into groups, everyone fueled by a shared sense of purpose. Jasper dived into his work, tweaking his scanner to enhance its range and clarity. He felt a deep sense of excitement coursing through him. He was no longer just an observer in this strange world. He was an active participant in a monumental adventure. Hours passed in a blur of activity. As he adjusted the calibration on his scanner, he could hear snippets of conversation around him, talk of possible civilizations, the ethics of contact, and the implications of their discoveries. Each word fueled his passion, igniting a fire of curiosity within him. Finally, after several intense hours of work, Jasper stepped back from his station, wiping sweat from his brow. "Okay, I think I've got it," he announced, turning to face Ka and the rest of the team. "The scanner is now able to detect energy signatures from a wider range of frequencies. We should be able to pick up signals from potential civilizations across multiple star systems." Ka's eyes lit up with excitement. "That's fantastic, Jasper. Now, let's analyze the data from the crystal and see if we can pinpoint any of these civilizations on our map." The team gathered around as Ka led them to a large screen displaying a holographic map that had formed from the crystal's energy. The map pulsed gently, illuminating various points of interest scattered across the galaxy. "These are potential civilizations," Kale explained, pointing to the glowing dots. "If we can identify which ones are closest, we can prioritize our efforts to reach out." As they began to analyze the data, Jasper felt a sense of awe wash over him. Each point on the map represented a unique civilization, each with its own history, culture, and understanding of the universe. The prospect of connecting with them was exhilarating. "Here," one of the researchers shouted, pointing at a cluster of lights on the map. "There's a concentration of energy signatures about 3 light-years from here. We should investigate these first." Ka nodded, her expression serious. "Yes, but we must also consider the implications. Not all civilizations will be friendly, and some may see us as a threat. We must prepare ourselves for various outcomes. Jasper agreed, feeling a weight of responsibility settle on his shoulders. We can develop a set of protocols for engagement. If we're transparent about our intentions and emphasize our desire for peaceful cooperation, we stand a better chance of fostering good relationships. Dr. Verena, observing the map closely, interjected, and we must prepare ourselves for defensive measures. We can't be naive. Our technology is not as advanced as what we might encounter out there. A proactive approach will help ensure our safety. With that, the team set to work, drafting plans and preparing equipment for their first contact mission. Jasper felt a rush of exhilaration. They were not just making history. They were about to embark on an adventure that could change the fate of their world. As the hours melted into the night, a sense of camaraderie enveloped the facility. Jasper found himself exchanging glances with Car, their mutual excitement palpable. He admired her intelligence and determination, and he couldn't help but feel grateful for the bond they had forged through their shared experiences. After several more hours of planning and preparation, Dr. Verena gathered everyone in the main conference room for a final briefing. "We're on the verge of a new chapter in our understanding of the universe," she began, her tone resolute. "But we must approach this mission with humility and respect. We are ambassadors of Zorgon 9, and our actions will reflect not just on ourselves, but on our planet as a whole." A murmur of agreement rippled through the room, and Jasper felt a surge of pride. He was part of something significant, something that transcended his own existence. As Dr. Verena laid out the final details of their mission, he couldn't help but think of the possibilities that lay ahead. With their plan in place, they gathered their gear and prepared for departure. As Jasper strapped on his scanner and adjusted his equipment, Kai approached him, a determined glint in her eyes. "Are you ready for this?" she asked, her voice steady despite the tension in the air. "Absolutely," Jasper replied, feeling a sense of resolve wash over him. "Together, we'll navigate whatever challenges come our way." Car smiled, her bioluminescent patterns shimmering with a bright light. "I believe in us, Jasper. We're not just exploring the galaxy, we're redefining our future." As they stepped outside the facility, the stars shone brightly overhead, illuminating the path that lay before them. Jasper felt a sense of hope and anticipation, knowing that their journey would be filled with discovery, challenge, and perhaps even unimaginable wonder. With Car by his side and the entire team united in purpose, Jasper knew they were ready to embrace the unknown. This was just the beginning of their adventure, a new dawn on the horizon of possibility, and he couldn't wait to see where it would lead them next. Uncharted territories. The sleek exploration vessel, named the Celestial Dawn, pulsed with a steady hum as Jasper and Car sat at the control panel. The stars outside blurred into streaks of light, painting a mesmerizing tapestry of the cosmos as they plunged deeper into the unknown. Jasper couldn't help but feel both exhilarated and apprehensive. They were not just traveling through space, they were stepping into history. Engaging warp drive was smooth, Car said, glancing at Jasper with a spark of excitement in her bioluminescent eyes. "We'll reach the coordinates within a few hours. In the meantime, let's review the data from the crystal." Jasper nodded, feeling the weight of their mission settle on his shoulders. He pulled up the holographic display, which showcased the ancient map glowing brightly with various points of interest. Each point represented a potential civilization, and he marveled at the idea of meeting beings from different worlds. As Car navigated through the intricate designs, she pointed to a cluster of dots pulsating in a rhythmic pattern. "This area here has the highest concentration of energy signatures. It appears they might have an advanced level of technology, but their communication signals are sporadic. We'll need to be cautious." "Right," Jasper agreed, his fingers tracing the glowing paths on the map. "If we can establish a reliable communication link, we might be able to learn more about them before making direct contact, but we'll have to be prepared for anything." Car's expression turned serious. "We don't know how they will react to outsiders, Previous encounters have shown that some civilizations can be hostile, especially if they feel threatened. We must emphasize our intentions of peace and cooperation. Jasper felt a surge of determination. We'll make sure to approach with transparency. We should also think about how we can share our own knowledge. Perhaps we can offer something valuable in return for their cooperation. As they continued to discuss their strategy, the ship's onboard systems beeped softly, indicating an incoming message. Ka leaned forward, activating the communication array. A series of symbols flashed across the screen, translating into a basic form of the alien language. "It seems we are receiving signals," Kay observed, her eyes narrowing in concentration. "It's fragmented, but it appears to be a distress signal." "What do you mean?" Jasper asked, his curiosity piqued. "From whom?" "Hard to tell," Ka replied, her fingers moving swiftly over controls to enhance the signal. "But the frequency is unlike anything I've seen before. Let's see if we can pinpoint the source." As Ka adjusted the scanner, the data shifted, revealing a dim red dot pulsing on the map, indicating an emergency beacon. The coordinates matched one of the potential civilizations they had been monitoring. Jasper's heart raced. This could be their first encounter with another intelligent species. "We should investigate," Ka said, her voice firm yet laced with excitement. "If they are in distress, we might be able to help." "Agreed," Jasper replied, feeling the weight of responsibility. "Let's get closer and see if we can establish communication." Ka deftly maneuvered the celestial dawn toward the source of the signal, the ship gliding smoothly through the stars. As they approached, the ship's external sensors began to relay visuals of the destination. A planet cloaked in swirling clouds and vibrant colors, with hints of bioluminescent flora visible from space. "It's beautiful," Jasper whispered, captivated by the view. "What do you think the civilization here is like?" "Given the distress signal, they may be facing a crisis," Ka said thoughtfully. "We'll need to assess the situation quickly. Prepare the communication array, and let's try to reach out." As they descended into the planet's atmosphere, the ship rattled slightly, but Ka expertly stabilized their descent. Within moments, they broke through the clouds, revealing a landscape dotted with luminescent plants and sprawling forests that glowed in shades of purple and blue. Activating the communication array, Jasper announced, his fingers flying over the controls. He felt a mix of excitement and anxiety as the system attempted to translate their message into the alien language. "This is Jasper and Ka from Zorgan 9. We've received your distress signal and are here to help." Silence followed, and Jasper's heart pounded in his chest. He glanced at Ka, who was watching the screens intently, her bioluminescent patterns flickering in anticipation. Finally, a response crackled through the speakers, distorted but understandable. "Request. Assistance. Immediate. Danger." The voice was shaky and filled with urgency. "Did you hear that?" Ka's eyes widened with realization. "They're in imminent danger. We need to find the source of the signal." "Let's land as close to the signal's origin as possible," Jasper suggested, adjusting their approach. "I'll prepare the equipment for a rapid assessment once we're on the ground." With a gentle thud, the celestial dawn touched down on the soft, luminescent brass. Jasper felt a rush of adrenaline as they unstrapped from their seats and gathered their gear. Kat activated her personal scanner, which emitted a soft glow as it began to analyze the surroundings. "Follow me," Kai instructed, leading the way as they exited the ship. The air was fragrant, filled with the sense of alien blooms, and Jasper couldn't help but marvel at the vibrant world around him. The bioluminescent plants shimmered as if welcoming them, casting an otherworldly glow. They moved swiftly through the underbrush, guided by the persistent pulsing of the distress signal. Jasper's heart raced. He had dreamed of this moment, exploring a new world, encountering other beings. But the urgency of their mission weighed heavily on him. After several minutes of navigating the lush landscape, they reached a clearing. In the center stood a small settlement made of glimmering structures that resembled giant, translucent shells. The air was filled with a low, rumbling noise, like a distant storm, and Jasper could see shadows moving frantically within the settlement. Over there. Carr pointed toward a group of creatures that appeared to be a mix of humanoid and insect-like features. Their bodies shimmered like the plants around them, and their eyes glowed brightly in the dim light. They seemed to be in a panic, rushing toward a larger structure that was vibrating ominously. Jasper stepped forward, raising his hands in a gesture of peace. "We come in peace. We are here to help." His voice echoed through the clearing, but the creatures didn't seem to notice him, their frantic movements intensifying. "Let me try," Kai said, her voice soothing. She stepped closer, her bioluminescent patterns glowing brighter as she approached the nearest creature. "We mean no harm. Please, tell us what is happening." One of the creatures, seemingly the leader, paused and turned to Kaa, its multifaceted eyes blinking in surprise. It spoke in a series of clicks and whistles, and Jasper could see it was struggling to form coherent words. "Danger, call, unstable, must evacuate, collapse imminent." Jasper exchanged a worried glance with Kaa. "We need to help them stabilize whatever is causing this core instability," he said, his mind racing. "Can your scanner detect the source of the problem?" Kaa nodded, adjusting her device to hone in on the energy readings. "Yes, let's move. The core should be beneath that central structure." With urgency, they followed the creatures, who led them toward the largest building in the settlement. The structure throbbed with energy, and Jasper could feel the vibrations pulsing through the ground beneath his feet. They entered the dimly lit space, and he was struck by the sight before him. In the center of the room was a massive crystalline core, shimmering with an array of colors that shifted like a living rainbow. However, it was surrounded by cracks that pulsed ominously, each pulse accompanied by a deep rumble that shook the very air. "We have to stabilize it before it ruptures," Kai said, her voice filled with determination. "If we can analyze its structure, we might be able to recalibrate its energy flow." Jasper stepped closer, examining the core's pulsating surface. "I can use my scanner to assess the energy patterns and determine what's causing the instability," he said, activating his device. As the scanner whirred to life, data flooded the display. Jasper's brow furrowed in concentration as he studied the readings. The core's energy levels are fluctuating wildly. If we don't stabilize it soon, the whole settlement could be destroyed. "Can you redirect the energy flow?" Kai asked, glancing over his shoulder. "I think so," Jasper replied, formulating a plan in his mind. "If I can reconfigure the energy channels, we might be able to balance the core's output. But I'll need your help to analyze the crystal's composition." "Let's do it," Kaa exclaimed, her eyes shining with determination. "Together, we can save them." As they worked side by side, the atmosphere was charged with urgency and purpose. Jasper felt a surge of adrenaline as they collaborated, their movements synchronized as they delved deeper into the intricacies of the crystalline structure. Kaa's expertise in xenobiology complemented Jasper's knowledge of technology, creating a powerful synergy. After several tense minutes, they completed their analysis. Jasper activated a holographic interface to visualize the energy flow and began adjusting the channels. "Here goes nothing," he muttered, adjusting the settings with trembling fingers. With a deep breath, he initiated the recalibration process. The core emitted a low hum, vibrating in response to his adjustments. Kaa stood beside him, her eyes wide with anticipation. Slowly, the cracks in the core began to heal, and the pulsating energy stabilized. A wave of relief washed over Jasper as he watched the colors shift harmoniously. "We did it," Kaa exclaimed, her voice filled with joy. The creatures around them began to calm, their frantic movements ceasing as they observed the change. The leader approached Jasper and Kaa, its eyes shining with gratitude. "Thank you, travelers," it clicked softly. "You have saved us from destruction." Jasper smiled, feeling a swell of pride. "We're just glad we could help. Now, tell us more about your civilization. We'd love to learn about your culture and technology." As they stood in the glow of the stabilized core, Jasper realized they had taken the first step in building a bridge between their worlds. This encounter was more than just a mission, it was the beginning of something extraordinary. Together, they had transformed a potential disaster into an opportunity for collaboration and understanding. The universe, with all its mysteries and wonders, awaited them, and Jasper felt ready to face whatever lay ahead by Ko's side. A new alliance. The atmosphere in the settlement had shifted dramatically since Jasper and Ko had stabilized the crystalline core. The creatures, whose form resembled a blend of shimmering insects and graceful humanoids, now moved with renewed vigor, their eyes sparkling with gratitude. Whispers of thanks floated through the air, filling the once panic-stricken space with a sense of camaraderie. The leader, who introduced itself as Varys, stepped forward, its iridescent exoskeleton gleaming in the light of the stabilized core. "You have not only saved our lives, but also our home," Varys communicated, its voice a melodic series of clicks and whistles, translated through Ko's advanced device. "We are known as the Lunari, and our existence is intertwined with the core's energy." Jasper exchanged a glance with Ko, feeling a surge of excitement. "We'd like to understand more about your civilization and your connection to the core," he replied, eager to learn. "What caused the core's instability?" Varys nodded, gesturing for them to follow. "Come, I will take you to our elders. They can provide deeper insights into our history and the importance of the core." As they moved through the settlement, Jasper took in the details of the Lunari's world. The structures around them were formed from a combination of organic materials and crystalline elements, glowing softly as if they were alive. The ground beneath their feet pulsed gently, responding to their presence. The air was thick with the scent of vibrant flora, filling Jasper's lungs with an invigorating essence. "We have faced challenges before," Varys explained, leading them into a larger hall adorned with luminous carvings depicting the Lunari's history. "But this was unprecedented. The core is the heart of our world, and it has provided us with energy for generations. Recently, however, dark forces have sought to exploit its power, resulting in the destabilization we experienced." "Dark forces?" Kai asked, her voice laced with concern. "What do you mean?" Varys paused before responding. "There are those in the cosmos who covet our core's energy. They have been attempting to drain its power, leading to the fluctuations you witnessed. We have tried to protect it, but our defenses are weakened. We need allies to stand against this threat." Jasper felt a rush of determination. "You have us as allies. If we can help you protect the core, we'll do everything in our power to assist you." Varys's multifaceted eyes widened in appreciation. "Your commitment honors us. The elders will be pleased to hear this. Together, we can strengthen our defenses and ensure the safety of our home." As they entered the elders' chamber, the air grew thick with anticipation. The room was vast, its walls adorned with ancient symbols that told stories of bravery and resilience. At the center sat a circle of glowing crystalline beings, the elders, each radiating a distinct color that seemed to pulse in rhythm with the core. "Welcome, travelers from beyond," one elder spoke, its voice resonating with authority. "We have sensed your presence and the actions you have taken to protect the Lunari. You have earned our respect." "Thank you," Kai replied, stepping forward. "We are eager to help in any way we can. Varys has informed us of the threat to the core." The elders exchanged glances, their expressions shifting as they communicated silently. "The dark forces that pursue us are not merely after the core's energy. They wish to exploit our culture and knowledge," another elder added. "We fear that if they succeed, it could spell doom for not just the Lunari, but countless civilizations." "What can we do to help?" Jasper asked, feeling a growing sense of responsibility. "We need to strengthen our defenses and establish a network of allies across the galaxy," the elder replied. "Your advanced technology and experience in diplomacy could be invaluable to us. but first we must understand your capabilities. Ka stepped forward, her bioluminescent patterns shimmering in the soft light. We possess technologies for communication, navigation, and energy management. We can assist in fortifying the core and create a beacon that can alert nearby civilizations of any impending threats. The elders nodded in approval. A wise plan. However, we must also seek the wisdom of the Celestial Council, an ancient assembly of beings who govern the balance of power across the galaxy. They hold knowledge that may help us forge alliances with other civilizations. Where can we find them? Jasper inquired, excitement coursing through him. We can embark on a mission to seek their guidance. The Celestial Council resides in the luminal nexus, a realm that exists between dimensions, Varys explained. It is accessible only through a portal that we have kept hidden from those who would misuse it. We must ensure our journey there is well protected. As the discussion continued, Jasper felt a swell of inspiration. We could use the stabilized core as a means to power the portal. With the core's energy, we could safely navigate to the luminal nexus. The elders deliberated among themselves before nodding in agreement. Your insights are profound, young one. We shall prepare the portal, and you will lead the way to the council. With newfound determination, the Lunari and the travelers set to work. Days turned into weeks as they collaborated tirelessly, creating a secure path to the luminal nexus. Jasper marveled at the intricacy of Lunari technology, combining his knowledge of engineering with Koa's understanding of energy dynamics. At last, the day of the portal's activation arrived. A sense of anticipation hung in the air as the elders, accompanied by Varys, gathered at the central chamber. Jasper and Ka stood ready at the control panel, their hearts racing. "Are you prepared?" Varys asked, its voice filled with a mix of excitement and apprehension. Jasper nodded, glancing at Ka, who met his gaze with unwavering confidence. "We are ready." With a deep breath, Ka initiated the sequence. The core pulsed in response, radiating energy as the portal began to shimmer into existence. Colors swirled within the gateway, creating a mesmerizing vortex that seemed to beckon them forward. "Step through together," one of the elders instructed. "And remember, the council will sense your intentions. Speak with honesty and conviction." Jasper felt a mixture of fear and exhilaration as they approached the portal. He reached for Ka's hand, feeling the warmth of her bioluminescence wrap around his fingers. Together, they stepped into the swirling energy. As they crossed the threshold, reality shifted around them. The world around them melted away, replaced by a dazzling expanse of light and color. It felt as though they were swimming through a cosmic sea, stars twinkling and swirling like distant memories. Suddenly, they emerged on the other side, landing softly on a platform made of shimmering light. Before them stood the Celestial Council, an assembly of beings representing various forms of life, their appearances as diverse as the galaxies themselves. Some had flowing ethereal bodies, while others resembled crystalline structures or organic forms intertwined with luminescent vines. "Welcome, seekers of wisdom," a voice resonated, echoing through the chamber. "You have traversed the dimensions to seek our counsel. What brings you to the luminal nexus?" Jasper stepped forward, feeling the weight of responsibility settle on him. "We come from the planet Zorgan 9 and the Lunari civilization. Our world is under threat from dark forces seeking to exploit the energy of the Lunari's core. We ask for your guidance in forming alliances to protect our worlds." The council members exchanged glances, their expressions thoughtful. "The balance of power is delicate," one member spoke, its voice soothing and melodic. "We have witnessed the rise of darkness, and it is imperative that we stand united against it. However, alliances are built on trust and mutual benefit." Ka stepped forward, her bioluminescent patterns glowing brightly. "We are prepared to offer our technologies and knowledge in exchange for your assistance. Together, we can create a network of civilizations that will safeguard each other against those who seek to disrupt the balance." The council members considered their words, the air thick with anticipation. Your intentions resonate with sincerity, another member said, but words alone are not enough. You must prove your commitment to unity by facing the trial of the celestials. Jasper's heart raced at the mention of a trial. What does that entail? The trial will test your resolve, your ability to work together, and your understanding of the complexities of the cosmos, the council member explained. Only by completing this trial will you gain our support. We accept the challenge, Carl declared, her voice filled with determination. We will prove our commitment to this cause. Very well, the council responded, and with a wave of their collective energy, the chamber shifted, revealing a vast arena filled with swirling cosmic energies. Prepare yourselves, the council instructed. The trial begins now. As Jasper and Car stepped into the arena, they felt the energy swirling around them. The ground beneath their feet transformed into a mosaic of vibrant colors, pulsating in rhythm with their hearts. They were surrounded by echoes of past challenges faced by others, visions of bravery and sacrifice filling the air. Suddenly, a voice boomed from the ether. To succeed, you must confront your greatest fears and work in harmony. Only then can you unlock the true potential of your alliance. As the trial commenced, Jasper and Car felt a surge of energy coursing through them, igniting a fierce determination. They glanced at each other, their bonds strengthened by the challenges they had already faced. Let's do this together, Jasper said, taking Car's hand once more. With that, they stepped into the depths of the trial, ready to face whatever lay ahead, and prove that unity was their greatest strength.